All right, what's up, everybody? So here's the latest news. I saw this yesterday on every single mainstream media platform from the US to the UK and Australia and beyond. This is from Forbes. Here's why the Pentagon officially released UFO video footage. Spoiler alert, none of this video footage is new. These are the same video footage that was released initially by To the Stars Academy, an initiative co-founded by Tom DeLonge and this guy named Luis, that is supposedly a former CIA, Department of Defense, counterintelligence operative who says that he was the leader of the government's secret UFO research programs. Okay, so this was the news. I saw this yesterday. It come out. I watched the morning news and looked at all the sources, and everybody is coming out with these headlines about Pentagon confirms UFO video footage. So this is nothing new. It's just that officially the Pentagon has officially confirmed it. It was officially confirmed by the Navy and the Army as well. Now the Pentagon has released this footage from whatever their servers or whatever, saying that it's the real deal. Honestly, if you haven't seen these videos, watch them. They're very intriguing and interesting, showing what they call unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAPs. Notice that they're trying to shift the narrative from UFO to UAP, and that's been going on for years if you haven't been paying attention. I first saw that with Hillary Clinton on a late night show on mainstream TV, where she said it's not UFOs anymore, it's UAPs. But anyway, so if you watch the videos of these supposedly leaked confirmed videos, honestly, they're supposed to be like live, where you get to hear pilots as they're filming, as they're watching these things in person, as they're flying around. I'm not a video forensics expert by any means, but that shit sounds so overdubbed, and to me, like, it just does not seem authentic. You guys figure out what you want. And so this Forbes article goes on to give you the key facts. The videos were first published by the New York Times in 2017, and they show fast-moving oblong objects racing through the sky, and a pilot in one video yelling, "Look at that thing, dude, it's rotating." Sensationalism. And the Pentagon previously confirmed the veracity of the videos in 2019, said it formally released the footage after a thorough review determined that the videos do not reveal any sensitive information and to clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage that has been circulating was real. So they confirmed in 2019, after these videos were released by To the Stars Academy, that it was real. But now they're releasing the footage, so that means that they had the footage themselves. The Pentagon, who in the Pentagon, where in the Pentagon, Department of Defense? This was Sue Goff, is the one that's talking to the Forbes in this article. A thorough review determined that these videos did not reveal any sensitive information. So now they're confirming. So in this video, we're going to talk about To the Stars Academy that originally released these videos, and we're going to talk about why I think that all this is making headlines again now, even though it's nothing new. We're going to talk about this stuff and what I think, and I'm going to try to keep this video short and to the point and not speculate and drag on. But I think that for any of you that have been following the UFO topic and alternative media for long enough, you guys are probably kind of onto this and know a bit about this. So this video is more for those of you who are new to ufology and researching the topic. You really need to go out there and start doing legitimate, tangible evidence and documentation and listening to the lectures and the work of respected individuals. I would highly suggest the work of Richard Dolan. He's a historian. He's got books and lectures and that go back decades on this topic. I would look into the work of Stephen Greer. Now, each individual has their own agenda and their own narrative, and so you need to research everything under your own thought, under your own mind. Take everything with a grain of salt and connect the dots for yourself. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just trying to help you guys see through some of these lies. There is a choreographed effort by the media and To the Stars Academy, and obviously what we see in the military-industrial complex, and now why and what and how is for anybody's guess. So this Forbes article goes on, tries to give you this legitimate timeline, which is true about when the video is released. It just giving you, this is what their game plan has been. from the To the Stars Academy. They released the videos, confirmed by the Navy, confirmed by the Pentagon, and now the Pentagon has themselves released the videos to once again confirm that these videos are allegedly real. Okay, so uh, yeah, looks like I have some audio issues going on in just a second. Yeah, all right, looks like we're okay. Sorry, my audio was going in and out for a second. And of course, within hours, we have Senator Harry Reid included in this Forbes article, and he already has his statement, and this is his official statement. I'm glad the Pentagon is finally releasing this footage, but it only scratches the surface of research and materials available. Now, on To the Stars Academy on their Twitter, they also retweeted Senator Harry Reid. Harry Reid is definitely involved with these guys and what their narrative is being pushed. Here's CNN's article. Pentagon officially released UFO videos, April 28th, 2020. That's today. All right, my audio is going in and out again. All right, we're good. We're good. I guess my mixer is getting a little bit dusty. So, CNN, what's their title here? The Pentagon has officially released 3 short videos showing unidentified aerial phenomenon. There's this term again, unidentified aerial phenomenon, shifting the narrative from ufology research to unidentified aerial phenomenon. And this is a shift in terminology and narrative that is trying to discredit decades of UFO research and documented evidence about UFOs and shift the narrative into what they want to control, what they want to say, and how the narrative that what they want to push, and so that they want you to believe. It's information warfare, folks. Pay attention. So this had been previously released by a private company. Who's that private company? That company is To the Stars Academy, fronted by Tom DeLonge. Tom DeLonge, you guys remember, if you're around my age, Blank 182. Holy shit. So who are these folks? The To the Stars Academy. One of their forefront members is Luis Elizondo, Director of Government Programs and Services. He's the guy that's saying that he was leading up the government's secret UFO research program. And right here on their website, it says he conducted and supervised highly sensitive espionage and terrorism investigations around the world, ran clandestine source operations throughout Latin America and the Middle East. He program element manager for the Pentagon's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program with multiple awarded patents. So he's a spy. He's an intelligence officer, counterintelligence officer from the DoD, from I just read it. You got it. These are former Pentagon, DoD, former CIA. All these folks are straight out of Gov, straight out the CIA, straight out of the DoD, straight from the Pentagon themselves. And why do they have Tom DeLonge as their co-founder and chairman of the board? Well, you can speculate a lot about that, but somebody who really did a good job on asking that question is the Warzone at thedrive.com. Now, I just discovered this. I haven't done really much research about what they normally cover, but this article from June of 2019, which was just a few months after the initial release of To the Stars Academy's videos came out, and they ask all these questions, and their summary is pretty much that either DeLonge is lying and his company can't be trusted, or dark areas of the military-industrial complex had a direct hand in its founding. I think this guy's being useful. I think that he got excited, he got drawn into this group, and I think he's a useful idiot. Honestly, I really think that this guy's just being used, and I think that perhaps after some information came out, which I'm about to show you, I think that maybe he kind of caught on to that. We haven't seen much from him lately. We'll see. We'll see. But I'll leave this link here in the description. You can read it. This thing is quite impressive, and it really gives you all the information and interviews, and really condenses everything that's been going on with the founding of the TTSA and what's behind it and who's behind it. Got lots and lots. It's really long. Lots and lots of information there. But they really go. They're they give you a really good synopsis of all the information, and they present it to you that you can look for yourself and think, make up your own mind. But really, if you look at the details, this shit does not make sense. The TTSA even produced Unidentified, a TV show that was on the History Channel, and it included none other than John Podesta. John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's former campaign manager, which has been in the alternative news quite a bit regarding what, because of his emails about all kinds of things that I'm not going to mention in this video. I'm not going to talk about it in this video because I don't want this video to get taken down. I want to talk about why this UAP, UFO videos, Pentagon confirming them is coming out now, making the rounds again in mainstream media. And we're going to get into that. We got just a couple more tabs to get into here for you guys. I think it's funny that this is tied in with Podesta and their TV show. I mean, these guys are just a bit incestuous. It's all keeping in the family, right? So I'm going to leave this link in the video description. You guys can read this. And go through this. Tons of links, tons of info about how Tom DeLonge got put up in front of this group. And in 2019, the To the Stars Academy, they came out with this. They had this huge presentation, and they were like, "We've got the evidence. We've got the goods. All about it." And they showed you this picture. And they said, "This is it. This is real shit. This is a UFO. We don't know what it is, but we're studying it. Aeronautics and aviation. Clearly, this is not an experimental U.S. aircraft. We don't know what it is. They're calling it alien or something. They don't know. But what we later found out was that they used a picture that was already online. That was already online since 2005 from Rense.com, where somebody took this picture and called it a UFO. And now, I'm not a video forensics analyst or professional on any means, but a lot of people have covered this and looked at it, and a lot of people say that actually, one, because this is not their actual footage, this is not their photo that they released. This was a photo that was already on the internet. People discovered that it had already been on the internet from Rense.com. I'll show you. Rense.com from 2005, Steve Mera talks about it and shows his picture. This is his picture where he took, and he's like, "I don't know what this is. What is this?" It's 2005. So one, it's not their photograph. It was already on the internet. Somebody had already published this photograph way before, like more than 10 years before. And so a lot of people are looking at this and they say, well, this looks a lot like a balloon. Looks like just like a balloon. And you'll see these pictures up in a lot of places. And I don't know, is it a balloon? Is it not a balloon? I don't know, but it is true that this picture is not theirs. It's not originally theirs. They are republishing it from the internet. And that's really kind of where I think if Tom DeLonge is smart enough, then he'll think about that. And I think that might have been a giveaway for him that all is not well in Kansas and that he needs to rethink his situation of being with these folks. But who knows what his deal is. Maybe he's being blackmailed, maybe he's being paid off or bribed, or maybe he's being lied to or manipulated. I mean, we're working with CIA folks, we're working with counterintelligence folks. And I'm going to get into speculating why here. I'm going to tell you why I think this stuff is making the rounds here now. Again, about this UFOs and stuff. So we talked about this. This is the To the Stars Academy, their YouTube. They haven't released anything in almost a year. Showed you their Twitter. Tom DeLonge was actually on the Joe Rogan Experience back in 2017. Here it is from Joe Rogan's YouTube channel. And I watched this when it came out because I was like, what is Tom DeLonge doing on Joe Rogan talking about UFOs? And he tells the story about how he allegedly got involved with all these CIA people from the Pentagon, the DOD, and stuff like that. And even in, if you watch this, it's kind of obvious when you look at Tom DeLonge and listen to him counting his story, and compare it with, and contrast it with his stories and other interviews and corroborated by information by Skunkworks and the White House at that time, and the DOD and everything like that, and they're confirming that all that happened, that his story happened. But when he tells it, it's kind of obvious that these folks have grabbed him as a puppet. They've grabbed him as a puppet to put him up in front, or he already knows this is a bunch of craziness and he's doing it anyway. We don't know that. Tom, we don't know that. Tom, tell us what's going on, man. But just to further that, here we have from WikiLeaks, from their data dump, I believe, from 2016, I believe it was, their data dump shows that we have emails from Tom DeLonge to John Podesta, who they featured in their documentary. Tom DeLonge here, the one who interviewed you for that special documentary not too long ago. He's writing an email talking about he's meeting with Spielberg's chief operating officer at DreamWorks about working on novels, films, and nonfiction works, blooming and finishing. Novels, films, and nonfiction works. It's all about making the money and pushing the informational narrative, honestly, in my opinion. And I'll get into that in just a second. And so this is from WikiLeaks, wikileaks.org, and this is the email that was leaked between Tom DeLonge and John Podesta, also confirming that. So let's get into some speculation here, right? So my channel is going to be about cannabis conspiracy and consciousness, and this is definitely falling into the conspiracy category. So we have to do some speculation. We don't have all the information. We just have what we can see in front of us. And what I saw yesterday was every single mainstream media outlet published a headline that says Pentagon confirms and releases UFO video footage. And I looked around and looked at it all, and it was nothing new. It was just a confirmation. So why now? Why would they be publishing all this stuff right now? What's going on? So what do I think? I think that it's possible that groups trying to think of how I want to put this. I think it's possible that ever since Trump came to office and before then, I think that it's possible that this deep state factions of cabal and everything that have been operating these black budget programs that have no response to Congress, that are private and through the CIA, through the Pentagon, through the DOD, that have been operating in these clandestine operations of anti-gravity technology and advanced technologies such as this that we're talking about, which is implicated in the UFO phenomenon of advanced forms of propulsion, if you will. Anti-gravitics is the main thing that we're talking about here. I think that they've been squeezed. Their funding has been squeezed. They haven't been able to get that black budget money that they need to continue to advance their agenda on all fronts, whatever it is. And if you look around on the To the Stars Academy on their website, on their Twitter, they're asking for money. They need investors. They need money. So this is all they have. They're pushing this out to try to get money and try to get funding for whatever their agenda may or may not be. They say their agenda is altruistic and releasing suppressed information. Do you believe them? Do you believe that's the truth? That's one speculation, that it's just about money. They need money to keep funding their agenda, whatever that may be. I think there's definitely various factions of groups vying for power right now within the power structure itself of the United States and of the world, and this definitely represents one aspect of that. Now, a further speculation. Now we're getting into conspiracy, right? We don't know. We're just speculating, right? This is all speculation and thought. I'm not 5 minutes into this UFO topic. I'm more than 10 years in following this information, and I've never been one to be a sensationalist or a fearmonger and, oh, it's the end of the world, aliens are everywhere, reptiles, reptilians, all this stuff. No, I'm just observing casually and watching the information as it flows from the different sources, from the alternative media, from the mainstream media, from friends and family, from the skeptics, from the believers, from everybody, and forming my own opinion. And I encourage you guys, you got to do the same thing. You have to form your own opinion. You got to be rational. You got to be logical. And a lot of this shit doesn't make sense. A lot of this stuff doesn't add up. And we have to ask questions that are real rational questions. This stuff makes sense. It's not crazy to ask questions about these kind of things and to try to find the truth. And if you think To the Stars Academy is bringing you the truth with Tom DeLonge and the former counterintelligence officers that are showing you a plastic balloon in the sky and calling it aliens or something, I don't know. I don't know if that's the truth. I don't know. You guys tell me. Let me know what you think in the comments. My second speculation is that this could possibly be setting the ground again for the next move of the deep state, the cabal, these collection of varying groups that of globalists, let's say, globalists, of course, that need to create a panic, to create fear in the people. Now, what is this talking about? What are we talking about here? I think that it's possible that this pandemic situation was an effort to take control, but it's not. I think it failed. I think that it's not working as powerfully as they wanted. I think the people are waking up to that. I think that they wanted much more death, and they wanted much more fear. They got plenty of fear, but I think that it's not working because the people are coming out. The people are opening up. The United States are opening up. Now, that may not be every case for every country in the world, but I think that it's clear there's an agenda that being pushed, that you need to stay at home until we have a global vaccine, all this good stuff. Like, you know, different states may have to deal with that on their own in the United States anyway, but I think that there was a global push that don't let any crisis go to waste. So I'm not saying that this was a biological weapon, but it's possible that this could be a genetically modified virus. It's possible. It's entirely possible. I'm looking at what the World Health Organization has done. I mean, yesterday I saw in the White House press briefing, Trump said Nancy Pelosi was dancing in the streets in Chinatown in late February, and now she's, they're trying to criticize people for not acting fast enough, particularly the White House administration. I just thought that was hilarious that Nancy Pelosi was dancing in the streets in Chinatown, telling everybody to go to Chinatown. Anyway, it's not about China. I love all my Chinese friends. It's not about it's not about your race or anything like that. It's about information warfare. So I think that it's possible that this push of panic and fear did not have as much effect as was hoped. It's not getting the job done as they wished. So now what we've been speculating in the alternative community for quite a while is that there is a possibility that when the deep state, when the cabal, these evil folks around the world and the various groups that are in control of these types of advanced technologies, their last-ditch effort is going to be possibly a fake alien invasion. Is that going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. That's just what the alternative media is talking about, and we have a lot of evidence to back this up. And now you're going to have to go find that. I'm not going to sit here and do a video about that, but is that possible? Could this be laying the groundwork for possible fake alien invasion? Could these groups collaborate and make a choreographed effort with mainstream media to make it look like we're under the threat of an attack from some kind of UFO invasion, and use that to keep you to stay in your house, keep the fear mongering going, keep people be afraid and scared and in this state of fear? It's possible. I think it's entirely possible given the state of the world. What do you guys think? Because this Pentagon releasing this old videos from TTSA, from To the Stars Academy, it's not adding up. It's not making sense. I think they're getting ready to push a narrative on this that they've been formulating for quite a while. And if you guys think I'm crazy, that's fine. If you guys think I'm some conspiracy nut, sure, whatever. Tell me in the comments. I'm sure you guys will. But if you're thinking for yourself that this doesn't make any sense, let me know in the comments too, because the people need to stand up. They need to speak for themselves, and I think we need to speak from. A scientific point, an educated point, and we need to have evidence, and that stuff is out there. It's out there, and it's not these videos, and it's not the official narrative. After 75, 80 years of saying that UFOs are completely fake and you're a nut job, all of a sudden now we're gonna get the truth. Now this is the truth. I just don't believe it. You guys let me know what you think in the comments below.